All right, guys, one of my clients asked me to check a car for him. It's a used vehicle, it's a Jeep. So here are the steps to check a used car. Gonna take a look at the interior. Gonna make sure nothing is damaged, there's no rips. Gonna see if the steering wheel has a lot of damage. Look at the pedals. Pedals look in pretty good shape. This indicates that the vehicle wasn't used too harshly. Pop the hood. Gotta make sure that the engine is cold. Nobody started the vehicle before you came here. Now we're listening for any weird noises, rattling, vibration, any foreign noises from the motor. Next up, we'll take a look with a flashlight, see if there's any leaks. Transfer case is leaking. There's a damage to the radiators. The engine looks pretty clean. There's not too many leaks. Next up, we'll take a look at the body of the vehicle. We'll see if the fenders were taken off. You definitely see signs of removal right here. Look at the damage. Headlights, if they're different, it would indicate there's damage. There was an accident. Next up, look up at the tires. These seem to have a good amount of tread. Let's look at the DOT date. DOT 3617, 36th week of 2017. These are pretty fresh. Take a look at the rotors, pretty good shape. Brake pads have a lot of life left. See if there's any damage on the bottom. In our case, we have a cracked mud guard right here. Look if there's any leaks in the shocks, ball joints. Keep moving down. Take a look at the lines of the vehicle. They're aligned correctly. Same thing, back tires. They have a little bit less thread and they have a little bit of dry rot. You can see it right here. Rear rotors, they're not bad. The pads, pretty good. Undercarriage, not too much damage. Let's keep going around the vehicle. There are a few scratches on the bumper, but overall it doesn't look too bad. Slight misalignment. This could indicate a rear end accident. We'll investigate a little bit deeper. Check the paint on the gas. There's a little corrosion starting. But usually if the car is repainted, very few shops will do a good job over here. Same thing, double check. Brakes. The frame, you can start seeing the frame from here. This vehicle is a frame. It's very important to see that it's not rusting. You can see that this caliper is different than the other side. This could indicate either an accident on this side or maybe just wear due to age. Something to keep in mind. The pad is in good shape. The tire matches. All the tires are matching, that's a good sign. All right, now let's connect our computer. In our case, we're using a pretty advanced professional scanner by Snap-on. But pretty much any scanner will give you some information that's going to help you. Even $20, $30 scanner to show you a lot of very valuable information. All right, so while the computer scans the car, we're going to use the paint gauge to see the thickness of the paint and get a better idea if there has been an accident or not. So this measures how thick the paint is on a metal surface. Usually over here it's going to be original paint, so we got 68. And then we start going around the vehicle. Just make sure the window is open so you don't lock the car. 210. This is already almost 4 times the thickness of the original paint. So this door has been painted. 250. See, this would indicate that the door is painted because the original depth is 68 and the depth we see right now is 250. At least on the left side has been repainted. 928. That's 928. That's almost a full millimeter of paint on top of the trunk. If we go from here, we're in the 170 range, but the front fender, 66, which means this is a fender that has not been painted. It's the original fender of the same thickness that the inside door sill. 69, 100, 85, yep. These are all within a very small range that indicate that this would be the original part. This has not been painted. Yep. So as we can see, every part of the vehicle has been painted except this fender. Fender is original. All right, so this basically shows us all the codes that are stored or active currently in our vehicle's computer. Engine, transmission don't show any codes, very good. ABS, brake pedal switch, half stuck. So you see guys, this is a code that shows us that the computer has lost communication with the cluster. This could indicate possibly somebody messing with the cluster. Could indicate nothing, but that's something you want to definitely look at and pay attention to. See, there's no misfires at this moment. None of the cylinders are misfiring. When I put it in reverse, there's a bit of a kick, which could indicate an issue inside the transmission. It could be also mounts, either transmission mount, motor mount, rear diff mount. But you definitely don't want to be feeling any kicking. All right guys, now it's time for me to give my personal opinion, my professional opinion to my client. And it's on him to decide whether he wants to buy the car or not. See you next time. The cluster was disconnected, it could be wrong mileage. Every part of the car is painted except one fender. The transfer case is leaking. There's some kind of leak in the motor. That's the negative. The good part is it's not misfiring. It's running pretty well. The brakes are good. Tires are good. Suspension seems in good shape. It looks decent, and depending on the price, it may be worth it.
Yeah.
Maybe if it's worth $2,000, yeah, you get it for a few dollars.
No, he was asking. First of all, he was asking for almost $5,000.
Okay.
I told him like I can pay max $4,200.
Yeah.
And he offered me $4,350.
So me, the way it's looking, it's not worth more than $2,000, $2,500 max
Okay, no, I'm
on the market. Yeah. Okay.
I have to talk to you right now after this.
Yeah.
Because I need a car. And, I mean, I'm not even an expert. So.
Yeah.
And right now you can realize how to check a car, a real car.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Number one, first of all, every car we find, you gotta run a background check on the car.
Yeah.
If it doesn't pass that, that's not even worth the time and the money to come here and check it.
Yeah.
That's the number one thing you gotta do. And then from then, if it's worth it, that's when the next step, we check the car, everything checks out, the next step, negotiate. It's gonna be a certain process we have to do, you know? But that's all right, it's a learning process. We learn, we figure it out, we get you a good car. If you say budget is $3,500, that's the budget we play with.
Yeah.
That is what it is. You can find a decent car for any budget. Just needs more time. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course, man.
All right.
So.